Pink and God is a DJ on Coast and County Radio, 20 minutes past 8. Unfortunately, we've not been able to make contact with Henry in San Francisco for whatever reason. I do not know why, but very kindly, somebody by the name of Aaron J. Wood has said, I'll fill the gap, and he's here right now. Aaron, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Hello.
Good Lord, why are you so happy and jolly and bouncy?
Oh, newly married, Greg. That's so exciting.
Oh, you've no idea what's coming, mate. You've no idea what's coming.
Only 8 weeks in, so it's all very fresh, all very new, getting used to new things.
Oh, my word. Let me just explain, for anybody who's new to the show, we've started this new feature on the programme. We're calling it, I still haven't thought of a good title for it, but let's sum it up by calling it Greg Speaks to the Listeners, and Aaron is today's listener, and you've been married for 8 weeks?
8 weeks, yeah.
How did the wedding ceremony itself go then?
The wedding went amazing. Most of our family come over from Ireland, which was like just an added bonus. And,
where do you live now? Where do you live now?
I live in northwest London, so I live near the Wembley Stadium. But they all came over from Ireland, which was.
Did you have your wedding at Wembley Stadium?
No, I wish.
I tell you what, I couldn't fill a pub near Wembley with my friends. Never mind anything else. So, what's her name? What's Mrs. Wood's name?
Colette.
Colette, and where is she right now?
She's downstairs having her breakfast while I've come up to the spare room.
Oh, trust me, mate, this won't be the first time you will be in the spare room during this marriage. Trust me. So how did you meet? How did you meet Colette?
She was a customer at one of my old my old work, and I used to come into her house to give comfort to her mum, who had dementia.
Oh.
And we started to get on better. We became friends.
What line of work were you in, or are you in?
At the time, I used to work for a very high street fashion retailer.
Right.
But also, I did a lot of volunteering with various different charities, and she was one that crossed my path at the time, mainly through my main job. But I also did the voluntary work for. I don't know if I can name charities.
Do it.
So I've done work for learning disabilities like MENCAP. I've done stuff for like cancer research.
Oh, wow.
Because I've had cancer, which I hope we can get onto. Just stuff like that, really.
Amazing. And it's amazing, isn't it, how life can throw these curveballs at you. You don't know. I mean, you had no idea you were ever going to meet your wife in what you were doing?
No idea. I mean, I'd never had any idea that I was going to get married, let alone meet a wife. So,
there's someone for everybody. There's someone for everyone, and you sound a top bloke, so why the heck not? Listen, you say you'd like to talk about it, so let's do that. You have beaten cancer a number of times.
That's correct. I first got cancer at the age of 17.
Oh, my
So just
word.
after I finished high school, which kind of robbed me of a lot of my hopes and dreams in life.
I mean, to be told at 17, what sort of symptoms were you showing? What sort of...
I just couldn't hold my head up, really. I was very, very tired, very lethargic. And this come from someone that in their younger years was in a lot of sporty teams. So I was in the cricket team at school. I was in the football team at school. So very sporty, very active. And then just to be struck down with, like, chronic tiredness, I'd say, was the key one.
Good heavens above. And so you went to the doctor to be checked out, and the doctor said...
And the doctors confirmed it, and I just remember my whole attitude sort of like changed towards what, I was heavily focused on this, and I lived quite a reclusive life for a while, and I'm gradually getting used to, even though I've been in remission for nearly 15 years now, I'm gradually being... I'm living this, almost living a third life, because I've had cancer twice.
That's so the first time it was cancer of what?
I had testicular cancer,
right.
First time, and then I got diagnosed with germ cell, which is an attachment of testicular cancer. So it came back, and at my lowest, I was given a 40% chance of survival.
Good heavens.
At the age of 18.
Oh man, that's. I mean, to be told that at any age is a shock to the system, to put it mildly. But when you're in your teens, that must have been... can't
sometimes it's hard to believe it's you, Greg, you know?
Yeah. So, you say you've been in remission for 15 years. That is brilliant news. I mean, do you have to take medication to...
No, I got signed off the doctors doctors and health checks about 3 years ago, and I'm just treated in the system like anyone else would that would be diagnosed now. So go back to the doctor and start the process again. So I'm technically signed off. I've been given the all clear, but obviously, you know, touch wood, you know, I've been through it now and I can move on.
And now here you are, you're married, living every day to the full. This is such it's genuinely an inspirational story, and it should be a lesson to everybody of how to live life. So, look, you're married now. I assume, okay, yes, we're still in the honeymoon period, but it's going well.
It's going very well.
And be honest with me. Be honest with me, Aaron. Be honest. You know, speaking man to man here. In the 8 weeks you have been married, have you discovered any bad habits at all from Colette?
Honestly, no. Everything I'm learning is been a blessing, and I'm embracing everything.
Oh, I mean, it would have been great radio if you just said, well, actually, Greg, yeah, she does X, Y, and Z. But, hey, you know, it's equally great to hear that everything's fantastic. That's marvellous.
And this Saturday is our 5 years since we first started courting, so...
So, I'm just sorry, let's go back to when you did first meet. I mean, was it a case of you knew right away, you thought, oh, one day I'm going to ask her to
No, I had no... When they talk about love at first sight, I've got to say I had no idea on this one at all.
Really?
We probably met about 8 to 9 years ago, and it was purely sort of like... My partner is registered disabled. She has a disability called cerebral palsy.
Oh, heck.
Yeah, so she's in a wheelchair. So I do a lot of when I'm not at work. I do a lot of the stuff around the house. I'm the house husband.
Yeah.
And I just, you know, we got on really, really well. And gradually, you know, I thought, where can I ask Colette? You know, I ended up asking at Colette's mum's 80th birthday party, which was just so she believed me, because I don't think she would have believed me. Colette was chasing me for a while, and I asked her, I could tell. And
the signs were there.
Yeah, and I asked at the 80th birthday party, which was an experience.
Yeah, I can imagine. Oh my words, Aaron, man, I am so glad that you stepped in to talk to us, because everything, I've been hanging on your every word. That's incredible. And Henry, who was meant to be with us, has just put on Periscope, very inspirational. We can all learn something from Aaron. That's true. Absolutely true. I mean, that sums it up. It's taken the words out of my mouth.
I just wanted to say before I go, you do sort of sometimes talk to people, the listener, because I listen every morning. What would your dream job be? And I've always wanted to give back to this illness that tried to take me, and I would love to have been a Macmillan nurse, but unfortunately they say to me that you know, sometimes you have to be quite stone, and I'm very sensitive, so unfortunately I can't really give back to, you know, a cause that in that capacity.
I wouldn't beat yourself up about that, mate, because, you know, we know from listening to you that your heart is in the right place, that you care, and yeah, whilst you would actually like to be hands-on helping people, I think that the very thought that you are such a warm and genuine and lovely person, I think that is, a lot of people can take solace in that, so I wouldn't worry about that.
Thank you.
Oh, man.
I have a wonderful job as it is at the moment. You know, I'm the personal shopper in the largest toy shop in the UK, so...
Not Hamleys?
Hamleys, yeah.
Oh, you've mentioned this before, haven't you, to me? On Twitter? Yes, of course you have, yes. Wow, personal shopper in Hamleys. This is... that is a bit of a dream job. So let's look on this now. You were diagnosed with these horrible things when you were younger. Now... you've got an amazing job, you've got an amazing wife, you sound blissfully happy. Mate, I'm not alone in this, I know everybody listening to this as well will be absolutely over the moon that life has completely turned around for you, and you're a top man, you really are.
Thank you.
We send all our love and best wishes and all the very best for the future.
And to you and to the listener, thank you very much for having me on.
More than one listener, mate, more than one listener. Take care. All the very best. Ta-da.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I can add nothing to that. I can add nothing to that. Amazing. Wow.